Have you ever searched for a flight, refreshed the page, and suddenly watched the price jump by $100? Most people think flights are expensive because that's just how it is. In reality, flights are expensive because most people book them wrong. In this video, I'll show you how to book genuinely cheap flights in 2026, strategies that regularly cut prices by 30 to 50% based on real booking data. Think, a round trip from New York to Bangkok for under $800 during low season, or complex, multi-city trips from Europe to Asia that cost hundreds less, simply because you combine airlines more intelligently. First, I'll bust 4 common flight myths. Then, I'll give you 10 proven tips that work whether you're flying from the United States, Europe, or across continents. And later in the video, I'll show you exactly how tools like Kiwi.com reveal routes most travelers never even see. If you want to follow along, the Kiwi link is already in the description. Let's start with the biggest mistakes. Myth 1. You must search in incognito mode or prices go up. If you've ever opened a flight search in incognito mode because you're afraid prices would rise, you're not alone. But here's the truth. Multiple 2026 studies from Google Flights, The Points Guy, and Going.com show that incognito mode has no real impact on prices. Airlines don't raise prices because you searched before. They use dynamic pricing based on demand, seasonality, and remaining seats, not your cookies. And this pricing logic is the same on both sides of the Atlantic, whether you're booking from the US or Europe. Myth 2. Tuesday is the magic booking day. This used to be true many years ago. In 2026, there is no universal cheapest booking day. Expedia and Google Flights data shows prices shift constantly, sometimes multiple times per day. Midweek can occasionally be cheaper, but waiting for one specific day often means missing better deals. This pattern shows up consistently in both US and European booking data. Myth 3. Last-minute bookings get the best deals. This one sounds exciting, and it's usually wrong. Unless a flight is about to leave half empty, which is rare, airlines charge more, not less, for last-minute urgency. That urgency-based pricing model applies across major markets, especially in the US and Europe. Myth 4. One website always has the cheapest price. No single platform sees everything. Different tools surface different airline combinations, especially when you start mixing carriers. That's why smart travelers compare tools instead of trusting just one. Now, let's move to the 10 strategies that actually save money in 2026. Tip 1. Book in the real sweet spot window. For domestic flights, prices are usually lowest 1 to 3 months ahead. For international flights, 2 to 6 months is the sweet spot. This comes from aggregated 2026 data from Google Flights and Expedia, and the trend is clear in both North American and European markets. Tip 2. Flexibility beats loyalty. Shifting your trip by just 1 or 2 days can save hundreds. Also, check nearby airports. New York, Newark or Philadelphia instead of JFK. London, Gatwick or Stansted instead of Heathrow. Paris, Orly instead of Charles de Gaulle. This flexibility trick works everywhere, but it's especially powerful when flying from large US and European hubs. Tip 3. Fly on lower demand days. There's no magic booking day, but there are cheaper flying days. Based on large-scale fare data from the US and Europe, midweek departures and Saturdays tend to price lower. Sunday and Monday returns are usually the most expensive. It's not a rule, it's a probability advantage. Tip 4. Always set price alerts. Price alerts are free and powerful. Historical tracking data shows many travelers save 10 to 20% simply by waiting for a dip instead of guessing. This works regardless of whether you're booking from the US or Europe. Tip 5. Always calculate the real total price. Low-cost carriers often advertise cheap base fares, then charge for bags, seats, and even carry-ons. This pricing model exists on both sides of the Atlantic, so always compare the final total price before booking. Tip 6. Use tools that combine airlines creatively. This is where Kiwi.com really stands out. Kiwi uses virtual interlining, combining airlines that don't officially partner, which often unlocks cheaper routes, especially for long-haul or multi-city trips. Standard searches often land around $1,600 or more. Kiwi combinations frequently coming closer to $1,200, often 20 to 30% cheaper on complex routes. And this isn't limited to the US. You'll see similar savings when flying out of major European hubs, for example, from London to Southeast Asia using multi-city routing. If you want to test this exact type of search yourself, the Kiwi link is below, first line in the description. Tip 7. Consider separate one-way tickets. Booking outbound and return flights on different airlines is often cheaper than a traditional round trip. This strategy works internationally and pairs especially well with tools like Kiwi. Tip 8. Watch for deals and error fares. Mistake fares and flash sales still happen in 2026. Kiwi's deal section is one of the faster ways to spot them, and these opportunities appear across both US and European routes. Tip 9. Understand self-transfer risk. Quick honesty moment. Kiwi is excellent for complex routes, but self-transfers means you're responsible if delays cause missed connections. If you're flying with kids or on a tight schedule, paying more for a single ticket itinerary can be worth it. If flexibility matters more than convenience, that's where Kiwi really shines. Tip 10. Always cross-check. No single tool has every deal. Your best results come from checking 2 or 3 platforms, regardless of where you're flying from. Quick recap. Stop using Incognito mode. Stop chasing Tuesdays. Stop hoping for last-minute miracles. Focus on timing, flexibility, price alerts, and smarter tools. These strategies work across international routes, but travelers flying from major US and European hubs often see the biggest absolute savings, especially on long-haul trips. If you want to try Kiwi, the link is in the description, first line. Same prices for you, and it helps support the channel. I'll also pin the Kiwi link in the comments along with timestamps, so you can jump to any section easily. If this video has saved you money, hit like, subscribe, and share your best flight deals in the comments. Thanks for watching, and safe travels wherever you're headed.